Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn how subcontract transactions are done on TranZact. Let's go to the production module. This is the production dashboard. Go to work orders. This is the order you have received. You can select the order by clicking on the checkbox. Now click on create process. A new window is open. Uncheck mark complete as you have to outsource this process. The item name has automatically been taken. You can select the BOM type. As there is only one BOM for this particular item, you can select the same. You can alter the quantity. Now here the state selected is create process. Click on submit. Your process is now in planned stage. Go to other actions. Click on publish. It asks you, are you sure you want to publish the document? Click on yes. Now your process is under pending stage. Here we have to outsource this process. Now select the process by clicking on the checkbox and click on outsource. It asks you, do you wish to convert the following process into subcontract? Click on yes. It gives you the status. Now you will find this process under subcontract section of the production module. To check it out, let's go to the production module. Go to subcontract. As you can see, this process is now under subcontract section. Select the process by clicking on the checkbox. Now we have to send it to the service provider. For that, click on send order. Here, you can select your supplier, that is your service provider. If the service provider is not added into your buyer supplier list, you can add the same as a new company from here. I'll select from the existing companies. Now, it gives you the option to create the service order. You can add the title. You need to add the expected delivery date. You can alter the payment terms. Here, you are the buyer and your service provider is the supplier. You can change the billing locations. You can change the place of supply. If you scroll down, you need to add this service, which you have to take from your service provider. Select the service. I am selecting assembly here. Add the quantity. Here, the default price of assembly is taken. You can change the same. You can change the tax. You can add multiple services by clicking on add item. You can also add the extra charges, attachments, additional details, comments, etc. Now click on save and send. It also gives you an option to share the document on WhatsApp to your service provider. Your service order has been created. Now click on view transaction. Here, the status is acceptance pending. This will be turned into accepted once your service provider accepts your service order. Now you have to send the raw material to your service provider. On the right side, click on create document. Click on delivery challan. Here, the list of finished good and the raw materials have automatically been taken. You just need to add the quantities here. If you scroll up, you will find two buttons, copy FG quantity, copy RM quantity. So if you click on copy FG quantity and copy RM quantity, you get the expected quantities here. You can alter the quantities by clicking on the quantity and you can alter the same. I'm keeping the same for now. If you scroll up on the top right corner, you will find the option to proceed. Click on proceed. Now you get an option to create delivery challan. You can add the transporter name. You can add the delivery note. Here, if you see, the raw materials have automatically been taken and their default prices have automatically been taken. You can change the prices if you want to. The taxes have also been taken automatically, which were default. Here, the tax was not added, so I'm adding the one. Here the finished good quantity is also written. You can also add extra charges if any. You can add the attachments too, additional details like transporter details, comments, etc. you can add. Now click on Save and Send. Your delivery challan has been created. You can view the same on the transaction timeline. Click on View Transaction. As you can see, challan has been added to your transaction timeline. Now, you have to invert the material which you had sent to your service provider in the form of finished good. For that, click on Create Document. Click on Invert Document. Now, it asks you to add the quantity. Now here, you can simply copy the FG quantity if you have received all the quantity. If you have received any less quantity, you can change the quantity accordingly. For example, I have received all the quantity, so I'm not changing. Now on the top right corner, click on Proceed. Now it gives you the option to create subcontract invert document. You can add the invoice number here if you have received invoice from your service provider. You can select the store. You can select the transporter name. You can add the attachments if any. You can write the comments and click on Save and Send. Your invert document has been created. You can view the same on the transaction timeline. Click on View Transaction. As you can see, invert document has been added to your transaction timeline. Now, as you have scrolled down, you find an option to generate GRQIR under invert document. Click on Generate GRQIR. Here, you can add the past quantity. The past quantity will go into the FG good store, as here it is selected, and the rejected quantity will go into the reject store. If you scroll up, you get an option to proceed. Click on Proceed. Here, you can create the GRN or quality report. Most of the details have automatically been fetched from the invert document. Here, you have already selected the accepted quantity and the rejected quantity. You can add the comments if you want to. Also, you can attach the test report or the quality inspection report here. Now click on Save and Send. Your GRQIR report has been generated. Click on View Transaction. As you can see, GRQIR has been added to your transaction timeline. Now you can also punch the invoice. Click on Create Document and click on Tax Invoice. You can add the invoice number of the invoice which you have received from your service provider. You can add the date of payment. You can add the extra charges if any, and click on Save and Send. It asks you to confirm the information, then click on Yes. Your tax invoice has been generated. Click on View Transaction. The invoice is also added to your transaction timeline. This is how your subcontract has been completed. And once you create GRQIR or invert, the inventory has been updated accordingly as per your settings. Hope you find this video useful. Thank you. Have a good day.